Today said she was expecting pushback, but she held her ground as she announced a 30-day ban on open and concealed carry laws in Bernalillo County.
Jessica, the move angered many leaders, including the police union, who say they feel strongly that this is a violation of the Second Amendment rights of citizens. There are a lot of questions tonight, including if the order is even legal and how it will be enforced.
No one right now in New Mexico, and particularly in Albuquerque, is safe in a movie theater, at a park, at a school, at a grocery store, at an Isotopes game.
The governor's public health order states gun violence and drug abuse statewide has caused a health emergency. It then lists orders, including stating no person other than law enforcement officers or licensed security officers shall possess a gun openly or concealed in public in counties averaging more than 1,000 violent crimes per 100,000 people. Meaning this would only apply to Bernalillo County, which the governor also pointed out has a high number of emergency room visits for gun injuries. And she says she's had enough with children being killed.
But I have to take a tough, direct stand where basically I'm just ignoring the fact that we lost an 11-year-old.
The governor says she knows criminals won't listen to this order, but she hopes the public will and start reporting gun crimes. She says it will be enforced by state police as a civil offense, which she acknowledges may be tough to carry out.
The purpose is to try to create a cooling off period while we figure out how we can better address public safety and gun violence.
The governor says she expects the
Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Welcome to welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am CannonHotep. I might be all hopped up off Mountain Dew too, Tyler. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere, but you hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we're live. If you're catching that replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. The video you saw is from New Mexico. The New Mexico governor, what's her name? Who fuck cares about her name? Has unilaterally made a rule saying that she's suspending carry licenses and the right to carry to protect yourself for 30 days in Albuquerque and the surrounding county. She's saying that this is going to be a cooling off period, and she's going to say, well, if the law-abiding citizens don't carry their guns, then we'll be able to apprehend the criminals. What? The thing is, she said that she already knows that criminals aren't going to follow these laws. So then what's the point of the cooling off period? There will be no cooling off period. Like I said earlier today, nothing says come rob me more than stripping a law-abiding citizen of their right to protect themselves by any means necessary, how they see fit. You're just hamstringing the law-abiding citizens. You want to do something about the gun violence? Because what happened was this 11-year-old was caught in the middle of the crossfire of somebody having road rage and shooting into another car, resulting in the death of the 11-year-old. And I think it was another young kid. See, the thing about it is, I say this time and time again. You want to do something about gun crime? How about enforcing the laws that you already have on the books? How about that? How about letting police officers do their job? See, it's not the guns, it's not your law-abiding citizens, it's your criminals. What sense does it make to take the gun out of the law-abiding citizen's hand and allow the criminals to run free? You already know what it is. This makes no sense. None at all. If you want to clean up your streets, if you want to get rid of this gun crime, enforce the laws on the books. Throw the book at these motherfuckers. You got an illegal gun? Oh, that's 10 years max. Minimum. I'm sorry, that's 10 years minimum. You commit a murder or attempted murder, homicide, that's 20 to 25. You throw the books at these people and you don't let off the gas pedal. You got an illegal gun, you commit a murder or a homicide. I'm not talking about justifiable homicide. You commit a homicide, you got an illegal gun, you get 25 years, period. No possibility of parole. How about that? But no, you want to turn the law-abiding citizens into criminals for 30 days. That's what you want to do. Like I said earlier, shall not be infringed. If they're not expecting the criminals to follow the law, then you shouldn't either. Your life is more important. The great part about this is that the sheriff and the chief of police for the police department in the area said they not following this nonsense. They're not gonna follow this nonsense. They're not enforcing it. Good on them. But people of New Mexico, y'all voted her in. That's who y'all voted for. That's who y'all wanted as your governor. That's who y'all wanted as your governor. Hold on, guys. We're gonna bring Jay in. Oh, he'll be in. You know, Jay he nursing that leg. He got daddy duty. He'll be in. Oh, man. Bruh, this shit is ridiculous. Check this out. Check this out. In pure lib fashion, in pure totalitarian democratic fashion, listen to this.
Yeah. But your point is valid.
You took an oath to the Constitution. Isn't it unconstitutional to say you cannot exercise your carry license?
With one exception.
And that is, if there's an emergency, and I've declared an emergency for a temporary amount of time, I can invoke additional powers. No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute. There are restrictions on free speech. There are restrictions on my freedoms. In this emergency, this 11-year-old and all these parents who have lost all these children, they deserve my attention to have the debate about whether or not in an emergency we can create a safer environment.
You create a safer environment, again, by enforcing your laws on the books. By cracking down on the offenders who aren't supposed to have guns in the first place. Because I guarantee this kid got shot by somebody who had a record already. That's right, Winter Soldier. Her power is absolute. That's what she think. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, though, right? You want to give the parents attention? First off, go find a person that did this. Secondly, throw the book at them. Stop this soft on crime bullshit. That's the funny part, is that in all of these Democratic-run cities and states, these Democratic strongholds, this is what's happening. Look at here in Baltimore, right? Look here in Baltimore. There we go. What's up, Jay? But look here in Baltimore.
What's good, Kenny? You live?
Yeah, I'm live. Yo, I'm on a roll right now. God damn it!
and you were in the middle of a rant.
I'm in the middle. It's all good. But like I was saying, here in Baltimore, God damn it, they just had a gun buyback that's supposed to make everybody feel good. Oh, we bought back all these guns, 350 guns, and we're on pace to surpass 350 plus murders here in Baltimore. You know what they're not doing here in Baltimore? They're not enforcing the laws already on the books, right? They're not out here cracking down on illegal guns. They're not doing any of that. Now, I'm not talking about polymer 80s and fucking shit like that. I'm talking about people who got records, people who, violent offenders who still have guns. They're not cracking down on it. They keep giving them these chance after chance after chance until they do something like kill an 11-year-old in a road rage incident. This shit is crazy. Let's keep going on this video.
Because what about their constitutional rights? I took an oath to uphold those too.
What about their constitutional rights? Those are the same constitutional rights that you're stripping from them. That's the same constitutional rights that you're stripping from them. She's talking in circles. She's trying to give this word salad, trying to justify what she's trying to do. She can't unilaterally suspend a constitutional right because she doesn't see it as an absolute right. But that's what she said. She said, in my view, no constitution is absolute. Like I said before, shall not be infringed. Made it pretty fucking clear. You want to do something? Get tough on crime. Period. You heard about this story, right, Jay?
Yes, sir.
This is crazy. This is crazy. That's why Jimmy Dawes moved out of New Mexico.
Did he post something about it on the Twitter? I didn't get to see. He
posted. He definitely posted something.
He did. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. I did read it. He was saying that y'all are some tyrants and stuff like that. I got you. Salute to Jimmy Dawes Hotep.
Salute to Jimmy Dawes Hotep.
Called them some tyrants.
That's what she is.
And if we ignore this growing problem without being bold, I've said to every other New Mexican, your rights are subrogated to theirs. And they are not, in my view.
Wait a minute. You're talking about crimes. There are already laws against the crimes, so how are there
I got it. But again, if I'm unsafe, who's standing up for that right?
You stand up for that right. If you feel unsafe, it's up to you. See, she wants to just give the monopoly on power to the police. That's what she wants to do. But what they say, Jay, when seconds count, police are minutes away. When seconds count,
so, right?
police are minutes away.
Unless there's an active drill going on nearby, then they're right in the midst.
Right. Exactly. Tyler says safety isn't a right. No, it's not a right. But you got a right to bear arms.
Yeah.
If this climate is so out of control, somebody should do something. I'm doing as much as I know to do.
No, you're not. You're not doing what you know to do as much as I know to do. You know what you do? You get with your police commissioner, you get with your sheriff. How can we stop this shit? You know what they're gonna tell you? We need to get tougher on crime. We need to enforce the laws on the books. We need to go out here and find these illegal guns. That's what we need to do. These people that not even illegal guns, people carrying guns illegally. The gun is just a tool. It only does what the wielder wills it to do. Like I said, none of them guns y'all see behind me is going to jump off my fucking wall and go marching down the street shooting people indiscriminately. The only purpose that them guns have is the purpose that I give them. Period. But here you have a governor. A little kid gets shot, which is tragic. But guess what, Governor? That shit happens here. It happens in Chicago. It happens all the time. And it's these Democratic strongholds. You know what happened? And you know what the common denominator is, Jay?
What's the common denominator?
Is that these governors and these mayors won't prosecute.
Okay.
They won't prosecute. They won't prosecute until it's too late.
You give them a slap on the wrist, or
slap on the wrist, couple days, let them out on bail, slap on the wrist, and then they finally murder somebody. Now all of a sudden they wanna do something about it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Now you got this governor. She you don't think that this it's in Albuquerque and the surrounding county. You don't think that's a litmus test? You don't think that she's doing that to test to see what happens and then try to implement this shit throughout all of New Mexico?
It's awfully bold.
The crazy part is if she get away with it, how many other governors gonna try that bullshit? Like I said, we got Governor Westmore here in Maryland. Right. This jerk got fucking can't carry anywhere law that's supposed to take place in October, where you can't carry your gun anywhere, doesn't matter if you got a concealed carry license. Can't go to Walmart, can't go to the grocery store, can't go to the movies, can't go nowhere with it. All you can do is have it in your car and home.
You get arrested. What'd you catch? A felony?
Yo, they want to give you 10 years.
10 years?
10 years, bro. And
for having your tool on you?
And you went. You want to give 10 years to the people who went through the class, who did the 16 hours, who did the training, who passed the background check, who did all that shit so they can carry a gun. You want to get them 10 years of a possible felony for carrying something that the state, this ain't the fucking agriculture. It's the state police that gave you the permission to carry that gun. Now you want to get them 10 years? But you won't prosecute Ray and them, who just had a fucking shootout over there on Lexington Street.
You don't think so?
No. So,
if you illegally carrying a firearm, what will Westmore do? If you caught, so you didn't take the classes, you didn't do anything, and you got your tool on you, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna lock you up, and you have a court date, and they're gonna let you off.
They're gonna let you off.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go after the law-abiding people. You saying?
They're gonna go after the law-abiding people who went through the classes, who applied to the state police to have the carry permit, who got approved by the state police, your law enforcement agency. They said this person right here shows good standing, no criminal record, went through the required prerequisites, can now have this license to carry this gun in the public. Those are people you hamstringing. And just like this governor, I guarantee that he knows that that shit ain't going to deter no criminals. But you willing to turn law-abiding citizens into criminals because what? To make other people feel other people feel good. What fucking sense does that make? What's up? We got Reaction PR in the building with the $1 super or $2 super chat. I appreciate you. She didn't do that without talking to the White House first. I guarantee it. And she won't be the last state to do it. Tyler says Maryland cool enough, but other places are nice and gun friendly. Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. We gotta stay. I don't know. If we're all moving out of our spots to go run to another red state, then I don't know. Seems like some people are gonna have to stay 10 toes down in those. Yeah, I agree. Blue states. I don't know. It's hard to call it because I could see you moving to a red state, then you'd be a little bit happier. But in the situation, it's crazy because then that's where we get all these blue state people moving over into our red states, though. Right. Doing the same thing. They get fed up with getting all this stuff happening to them. Then they're over here. Then we're not going to have anywhere to run if we keep on relocating and we're not 10 toes down in our own spots.
That's true.
If we aren't collating and getting these jokers out of the spots that they're in and getting ourselves in those spots, we're not going to have any place to run to after a minute. We're all going to move to Oklahoma. Every single last person going to come to the red state of Oklahoma and we'll be the last bastion. Huh?
And if I'm not mistaken, New Mexico wasn't always a blue state. Am I wrong on that? You know,
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean? It's just the turning of the tide and the turning points, as they call them, right? Of different groups having to become flights or flight risks from their states. But they want to look when they come from California out here to get away from those problems.
They bring their voter.
They try to bring the problems here.
Yeah, they bring their voting pattern with
right. They want to vote for the same nonsense and problems. See, we don't have all those problems, right? We have our own issues that we need to fix here in our state. But they want to come and bring in the drag queen story hour, and they want to come in and they want to bring this progressive nonsense, and they want to bring this talking point, and they want to push this piece of legislation that doesn't belong in our red state. That's all your blue state nonsense. And then it gets to be conflicting where you have a fight on your hands between the ideologies of how that state is set up and how all these newcomers are coming into it with their progressivism. It's an ongoing battle.
You see it now happening in Houston.
Right.
In parts of Texas right now.
Definitely. Houston, Texas.
When I was in Houston,
it was a problem for Austin, but now it's in Houston.
Like Houston's becoming like a progressive liberal area. Like even when I was in Houston back in February, I could see it.
High costs, high crime. What else? In the Democrat-run spots, we know that the water issues are often a problem too. High corruption, so the officials are laundering a lot of the money in those spots. So you bring all that to your little red state or your red cities, and then you turn those blue because so many people trying to escape from all of that, but they're not changing their voting block though.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that. Winter Soldier says New Mexico and Colorado were reddish purple. Now they're both blue. Yeah. I don't know if Donnie T chimed in on this at all. I'm not sure. Donnie T isn't the best on guns. I don't know if he covered it. Yeah, he's not. He's not the best on guns. That's the one thing I disagree with Donald Trump on, especially with the red flag laws and the bump stock shit. But you got to remember, Donnie T was a liberal at one point.
Right. He was a liberal for years and years and years. And he started leaning more and more conservative as he saw it getting crazier.
Right.
and then his friends switching up on him and his bloodline switching up on him. You got to remember this guy's according to a lot of sources, is a half cousin of Hillary Clinton, and they got like just like 50 different pictures of them together hanging out, kicking it back when they were cool.
About that. Yeah, forgot he was like the half.
You see all those pictures of them kicking it together. Him and Bill Clinton were like best friends. They were on the golf course every weekend.
Yeah.
And there's a book out, I think, by Jenna Bush or one of them that says that she is best friends with Ivanka or something like that, and that they went shopping every weekend together, and they grew up together.
Oh wow.
That's what cousins do.
Yeah, it is. They give each other Werther's originals at funerals, like Michelle and George Bush Jr.
Right, but you know what? There came a point in time, I guess, there was some infighting with their bloodlines, and then he was on the outs, and they're still on the in, because he's a little bit of a freestyle pro. He's just off the top all the time with some stuff, and they're great at following scripts.
Yeah, they are great at following scripts. But this shit is obnoxious. I'm happy. I mean, they're protesting the hell out of this, Jay. You have the people out there protesting this lawsuits already against it. They're calling for an impeachment. They want to recall this governor like they did. Hopefully they don't drop. If they succeed in recalling this governor like they did in California with Gavin Newsom, I hope they succeed in replacing her, and they don't put in some dumbass that can't beat her. You know, like if they do a recall, that means that the people have spoken, and they want her gone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put in fucking Herschel Walker or somebody like that. You put in a real conservative. Like in California, they recalled Gavin Newsom. They wanted him gone, and what did they do? They march out Larry Elder. And I don't got nothing against Larry Elder. He was one of my red pills. I used to watch his show. I ain't got shit against Larry Elder.
The left white liberals were throwing bananas at the man.
They literally threw a banana in a fucking ape suit.
Yeah.
And he had the wrong people guiding him and all this other shit, and he didn't do the grassroots thing, and he lost to Gavin Newsom, who the people wanted gone. I didn't understand that shit, bro.
They got to position Newsom for that 2028 ticket. Newsom, Hakeem, you might be right with Westmore. You know, they got to position their pawns who are going to follow orders for that 2028 ticket. And I think that they'll rally behind Newsom. They'll rally behind Hakeem. I could see that whole little block getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
That the left is going to be going off by that time. They got a bunch of different characters that they can promote and that are good talkers. I mean, Newsom's a good speaker. So is Hakeem. Great speakers. And it looks like Westmore's pretty decent too.
Yeah.
Mayor Adams is out here making a lot of sense.
Yo, he making a lot of sense now. Because I remember that motherfucker said that he wanted New York to be a sanctuary city for the world.
Right.
He wanted New York to be a sanctuary city for the world. And then, my. How one changes their tune. Check this out, y'all.
It seems like everybody want to be a sanctuary city until the illegals show up. Go ahead and take a look at that. Looks like Eric Adams changing his tune, though. He's saying illegal immigration to destroy New York City. So it was cool when you was virtue signaling just to get elected. And it was cool when states like Arizona and Texas was taking the brunt of those illegal border crossings. But now because it's on your front step, something has to be done now, huh? Is that right? It's funny how they went from undocumented citizens to illegal migrants the minute New York is tested, huh? The funny part is they still try and blame the Trump administration for the failings of the Biden administration. I'm gonna tell you one thing, Mr. Adams. Why don't you go look in the mirror? Because you brought this on yourself. It's CannonHotep. Like and subscribe.
There we go. So now you got Eric Adams out here talking about illegal immigration will destroy New York City. No shit, Eric. That's what we've been saying. That's what we've been saying for how long? They've been saying it since Obama's administration, Jay.
Yeah, they're writing on the wall.
They wanted $25 billion to build 700 miles of wall. That was according to old Joe Nicholslick and Barrio. Everybody was on that thing. They wanted that wall. Donnie T built the wall with y'all, dude. Y'all fucking lose your minds. Now everybody was virtue signaling to get elected. Gonna be a sanctuary city. Never thinking that somebody was going to call your bluff. And here come Governor Abbott and DeSantis. They said, oh, okay. That's what y'all want to do? We got you. And they start busing people to New York, and I forgot the other states. And surely the other century, they shut the fuck up. They was like, yeah, we was just playing. Like, we didn't think you was really going to do this shit. Like, that's the crazy part, right? So now Eric Adams got what he asked for. That's what he said. He talked big shit. New York will continue to be a sanctuary city. What that shit say? What that shit say?
Yeah.
Look. We should protect our immigrants, period. Yes, New York City will remain a sanctuary city under an Adams administration. This was on October 20th, 2021. And my, just in a couple of years. Now he all of a sudden he need help, he need money, he want welfare, he want to be able to hire the illegal immigrants to work. Like I told y'all they was going to try to do. They trying to shoehorn that shit because he ain't the only state asking for it, right? At all. Now we need to be able to put them to work and this and that, blah 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 blah. No, you want to fix it? You ship them back home and make them come in the front door the right way if they can come in the door the right way.
Yeah.
Period.
I love. Have you been to the immigration citizenship ceremonies and stuff like that?
Nah.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Beautiful. You got a whole bunch of different people coming in from all kind of different spots, and they're reciting all the stuff. They have to take a test, right? They take a test. They know all about founding fathers, this, that, and the third. It's a beautiful thing to see them. They get that little waving the little American flags.
You know what? I have been. What the hell am I talking about? My little brother's mom is from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
she had when she got her citizenship. Yeah, we went to we went to the World Trade Center here in Baltimore. That's where it was at, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what floor it is. Yeah, and then she did her little thing. They did their Pledge of Allegiance. They had their little flag, and we went next door to the Cheesecake Factory.
Dang.
Yeah.
Y'all fancy. Cheesecake Factory.
Fancy? Well, yeah, you know what? Back then, Cheesecake Factory was considered fancy back in like 2002. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory was actually considered fancy back then. That's when we took the dates after prom. We took the dates either to Planet Hollywood because we had one in Baltimore. You took them, or you took them in the Little Italy. You took them to Cheesecake Factory.
I got my prom pictures down in the dressing drawer. Hold up, let me pull these mugs out. I don't think everyone saw them. Hold up. Let me see what we got in the picture. The old school pictures. I don't know if it's gonna show up good on the camera. I know I always hold up. I got this other one in here. I look so silly, but let's see where this is at. You guys ready to see J Pylon prom pictures? Where's the camera at? Where's the camera? Let me see.
There you go. You got it.
Look at Jay. Look at my little suit. You can see the little chain.
Jay had a monocle. He got a goddamn pocket watch.
Pocket watch. This is me and the.
That is funny.
Me and the homies.
Oh snap! Look at Jay looking like Harry Potter.
I got the hair. It's that hair going down the sideways.
That is, I don't know. I was never big on pictures. Like I got a prom picture. I thought of a picture of me and the girl I went to prom with. I had to look for that.
Oh my goodness. These pictures funny as heck. This one of my pictures. Look at this guy. That's me.
Jay had the light skin on. Jay had the light skin.
High school. That's my high school. I weighed 99 pounds in high school.
99 pounds, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Now I don't feel bad for how much my son weigh.
All through high school, I was 99 pounds. Look at Cannon.
Emmanuel said Jay went to prom with Condoleezza Rice.
Did I?
Oh, that is hilarious.
My prom date was Condoleezza.
That is funny. There you go. That was me on prom night right there. You know, I had to have the jacket that came down, you know, below the knee. Funny part is, right, I got my tuxes for free because I was a model. So I modeled for this after hours company, or like tux company, and I worked there too. Cool. So I got
get your suits.
Yeah. Not only did I get the tuxes for free, I got to wear the shit that wasn't out yet.
Dang.
Damn. Tyler Durden said he weighed 215 in the 7th grade. Good Lord. Iron Man said Cannon was trench coat mafia. Get out of here. That shit was trendy right there.
Was that a trench coat on there? It was just a long jacket.
No, it's a long jacket. Rona said all Cannon needed was a bowler hat, and you would be good to go. Oh, I had one. I had one for another prom. Yo said old bump and grind looking at.
There you go. Hey, see? Oh, wait. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Hold on. Where we at? I don't know. That's
good right there.
That's Jay. You see that? Anyway.
Jay said he had that swag. Those are the old gangster party looking at. Y'all see the Batman jaw? You see how square my jaw was?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Those was the days. That's back when CannonHotep. That's back when I was in shape. Shit, Tyler said he was weighing 215 in 7th grade. I think I was 215 when I was my senior year or my sophomore year.
I got a pic. Oh, did you want to see what my high school girlfriend was? Let me see. Hold on. Where's this video at? You guys can see this was my high school girlfriend right there.
Yo, everybody had them pictures back in the day. We used to have this spot. We used to just call it the ghetto shop. Everybody went to that spot. Them glossy ass
flowers
pictures
everywhere.
She had a poetic justice braids in her hair and shit.
I know. Oh my goodness. That's funny.
That is funny. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. Oh, man, that is funny. Let's see.
Wait, so I saw said you went to prom with Rosie Perez.
I know, I seen that. Yo, tripping.
Let me go through these comments and see. Oh, goodness.
Yo, tripping.
Is it the old bump and grind looking? Boys to men.
They coming for me though. Y'all funny. Oh, this is a funny picture right here. My mother sent me this. She was like, where is it at? Don't laugh, y'all. That was with the Qualcomm. I had the Qualcomm back in the day. I think I was like, I might have been 30. I think I was like 13 or 14 years old.
Nothing wrong with it.
had the Michael. I had that Michael from Good Times haircut. Oh man, that's right. Jay can't see it. Hold up.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, you see it now?
Yeah, it's coming in. I might see where that little camera's at.
That shit is funny.
You guys can see the picture. There I go in junior high. I think you guys can see that. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. High school, college. Shh. Things got crazy in college.
What college you went to?
Just community. I went to the community college, and Look, I got this guy is Jesse and Nikita. This is one of my good friends, Jesse. Can you see him okay?
Nigga look
and
like
some of this
Tupac.
cat look like Pac. The cat dude look like
He's
Pac.
like Pac. Don't mind us. We're just going down memory lane for a second.
Jumped right into it. I don't remember what we were talking on. We had a stroll through memory lane real quick.
I don't even remember. Just consider it a palate cleanser. I know I got a picture somewhere. Maybe I don't. We'll find out real fast.
Oh, I'm off camera.
Oh shit, my bad, y'all. Boom. My bad. You might have to show them pictures again, Jay.
Oh, what they missed out on? What they didn't get to see
Pac. They ain't see Pac.
Okay, this is Jesse. This is my friend Jesse, and let me see if I can see the camera. Hold up. Oh, there it is. Now I can see. All right. Everyone told Jesse that he looked like Pac. You can see it. We went to on prom night. I took my friends to eat at. I took Jesse, Nikita, Crystal, Shunquaya or something like that, Maisha or something like that, over there to the Applebee's. It's Applebee's to eat there, and then I got with my buddy James and Joe to hit up the prom.
Applebee's was fancy eating.
Right, that was fancy. Hey Reba, how you doing? And so we went to the prom. I have my video of that. Then when we were about to leave, I asked my date at the time. Her name was Michelle. And I asked her where we're gonna go eat, and she said, "I want McDonald's." Huh?
Know who that is?
Oh yeah, Stacey Dash, right?
No, it's Megan Good.
Oh, Megan Good. Okay, it's a little bit, it's a little far away on my screen. I can't see it.
Oh, all right, yeah, it's Megan Good. I was on a movie set with her.
Now I see, yeah, Megan Good, yeah, from Cousin Skeeter. Yes.
But you took him to Applebee's?
He said I went to Langley Eye. Nikita. Now that girl that you just saw was named Nikita. That was Nikita and Jesse. They were in the picture there. And let's see. This one right here. I don't know if I'm still on camera. That's Nikita right there next to Jesse. I think that they're cousins. I think. And we all went to Applebee's.
Here it go right here.
Oh man, I loved Sizzler when I was Western. You know I like Sizzler, and I loved Western sizzling too when I was little.
There it go.
See, you have the same. You have the same background we had.
Everybody had that background, Jay. That was my friend Tiffany Kelly. So like people hadn't seen her in a very long time, right? So like since like middle school, then we get to prom and I show up with Tiffany Kelly. Everyone's like, "Where'd you find her?" I was like, "She go to Randallstown, like down the street. What are y'all talking about?" You act like she like skipped town or something. But y'all see the Batman jaw though? Y'all see the Batman jaw? Look at that. Y'all see that? That face belonged on the Tizzy back in the day. I don't know what it was about these back in like the early 2000s that like you just didn't smile for pictures. Just wasn't a thing. It just wasn't a thing. Get out of here. Iron Man gonna say I was in my B2K pose. Emmanuel said he had that background too. You ain't that far off. Emmanuel, you said you like 37 now? I bet you did have that joint. Emmanuel said she pretty. She all right. But yeah, those was the days. What'd he say on the wood? Motherfucker, remember them dances. Now I'm just old and fat. That's how that shit go. Oh man, old fat with 2 kids. Anyway.
Then you got that nice shirt on. Talking crazy.
This is a Target exclusive.
It's nice.
Target exclusive. I was even in shape in this picture, Jay.
Well, you throwing up another picture?
That was like 2016, 2017.
I can't see you over here on the Skype. Okay, there I see you now.
There you go. 20, yeah, that was about 20.
Power.
Yeah. It's back when I was doing my strongman stuff.
Man, you can still get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't feel like it?
No, I do. I just when you get older, it's like that motivation. You gotta kind of get that motivation back.
This man, here you go. He act like he's 75. He said when you get older. How old is you? Something in the 30s, right?
I'm 39. 39 years old, going on 70. 39 going on 70.
This man.
Oh man, those were the days. Those were the days.
Cannon over here act like it's all over with. It's all downhill from now.
All downhill from there, buddy.
Hard times.
Hard times. Hard times. Hard times, Jay. I'm telling you.
I gotta send you this little thing over here because I want to see what your viewpoint on it was. You know what? We were talking when we talked about that. I don't know what we're about to move on to next, but I just wanted to say that when we were talking about that lady that got hit in the head with the brick. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't think she got hit in the head with the brick.
I don't either. So
I think she was allergic to onions and she ate a whole bunch of them and her head swelled up.
It's funny you bring that shit up, yo.
They told her, Becky, don't eat them onions no more. You know what happens to your head. It swells up real bad. And she said, ooh, that could be my viral moment right there.
A man was going to say it looked like Cannon was lifting Priuses to stay in shape. Get out of here. Fast food. What's this fast food employee? Hold up. I got you.
I just wanted to see what your viewpoint would be on this little article. I thought it was kind of interesting.
All right. Let me see.
What was you about to say about the brick lady, brick to the head lady?
I'm gonna bring it up. I think it was on Twitter.
Okay.
I want to say I shared it.
Did you? You had something new to add to it?
You gonna say I was carrying a keg like I stole it from Roy Rogers. Oh man! All right, let me see. Can you see it, Jay?
Oh yes, I can see it. I can't see you.
It's all good.
It's all good. I don't need to see Cannon.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you should be good. You should be able to see me now.
Yeah, I can see now.
All right, so it say fast food employee refuses to move during his lunch break as coworkers struggle. So what happened?
That's basically it. He went on his lunch break. Then in the background, one of them is like, hey, we got a big order over here. They want 20 Big Macs. Can you come help us out?
That nigga said, no, I'm on my break.
And he said, nah, I'm on my break. And he sat there and ate his food.
Clearly, he was not trying to go above and beyond. He like, fuck this job. Me personally, I probably would have ended my break to go help out just to not be an asshole. However, there's a lot of people out in the world, Jay. Like, I see it all of the time, right? I'm one of those people that's, and I say that because I'm one of those people that's willing to like stop what I'm doing to like get some shit done. Because at the end of the day, like for example, right, when I started working in the casino industry, right, as a tech, I'll be leaving to go home, and I would see our supervisor or our manager. He's still putting shit. He's still assembling and putting games and shit together. This is like we supposed to be going home. I'm like, yo, why you still working? He like, cause he's like, if this shit don't get done, that's my ass, not y'all. So it fall back on me. So I'm like, oh damn, okay. So then I put my shit down and I start helping him because I'm like, that's fucked up. He by himself. We leaving. He gonna be here all night trying to do this shit. Let me give him a hand. At least get him out here a little earlier. And I carried that shit along. So when I became the manager and the venue supervisor and shit, and started overseeing like builds and theme changes and shit like that, I carried that with me. Like, all right, if the plan don't get finished before my shift, I'm gonna stay to make sure at least what I plan on getting done today gets done, because at the end of the day, if shit don't get done, it's gonna look bad on me, right? So I always carried it over there. But you got people that's like, oh no, it's quitting time, I'm out. Oh, it's lunchtime, I'm going to lunch. Y'all be all right. There's some people that don't have that
team
spirit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he looked like he don't give a fuck. He looked like he don't give a shit. Hold on, y'all gotta see this. Oh my gosh, this nigga look like he don't care. Oh, let's go to the other view. He looked like he could give 2 shits less.
Man.
Yo, just over there dipping his nuggets. I'm assuming like he work at Wendy's.
No, that's got to be McDonald's.
You think it's
right?
McDonald's?
That
maybe.
box.
I can't
He's
tell.
got a.
Is that a McDonald's box? I thought it was a Wendy's
McDonald's
box.
But
He dipping his nuggets. He don't give a fuck. And he not the only person. He not the only person. I don't know how many fast food restaurants I've been to, and you see them over there. They on their phone. They linked up. They doing this. It'd be a line out the fucking door. They still be eating their lunch. Like fuck that. This shit. I ain't killing myself. That's how they be. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. That's how it is. So I ain't gonna say I don't blame him. Like he could have went and helped, but that's his 30 minutes. He could do whatever he want with that 30 minutes. You can't get mad at. I mean, you can be mad at him, but you can't fire him over it. And he just looked like the type that ain't gonna go above and beyond to help nobody.
All right, so yeah, I get that, and I get where he's coming from. What I'm lost on is where's the manager though? Because if I'm putting myself in the manager's position, I'm gonna say, I really need you to come through. I'm gonna give you an extra 5 minutes or something like that. Once you clock back in, I'm gonna clock you out, but you come back through when we're done getting this over with, because we got these 20 Big Macs to make. Then you can go. I'll get you these other I don't want your nuggets to be cold. I got your other nuggets over here. You can take those and go eat them when you come right back. We just getting knock this out real quick, and there's only 2 of us doing it. This is why I'm not understanding where's the disconnect with the manager and the employees at the same time.
Right. This person says if I was the manager present that day or not, I would have escorted this individual to the door.
See, they doing too much. Escorted him out.
In hand as soon as possible. Some flexibility and common decency says you help out in an emergency, and they would have immediately been sued.
Yeah, what are they talking about?
That's wrongful termination. He's on his lunch break.
That peanut gallery over there is
yeah.
I was just wait. The other time he wants a day off for a concert. Yeah, that peanut gallery over there on that comment section. I don't know what they're talking about. They're on some nonsense time, because in most places that you work at, you're not allowed to clock them in and clock them back out though. In that type of an environment,
right?
You just they have to finish out their food, and you have to, because everyone needs their time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't have the pictures on me, I don't think, but I used to own this ice cream store, and I was, I managed it, right? And I had my workers, and sometimes we would get swamped with a little bit of stuff, but I ran around doing as much as possible. But if I needed someone to stay a little bit extra, which would be rare, I'd be like, hey, this will stay a little bit extra. They'll get you some tips over here too, or something like that, Right. Or you get to finish out your food when you get done, that kind of thing. So that's why I look at it as there's disconnect between maybe the lack of communication, or the way that the manager's not presenting things to this individual. But there's only so much you can do, right? So he really doesn't want to mess with it, and it's his break.
Right.
There's really nothing you can do about it either.
Shit you can do about it. Shit you can do about it. Now, like I said, should he have helped out? Maybe.
Maybe if he's allowed to.
Yeah, if he's allowed to. Maybe he should help out. However, his 30 minutes is his 30 minutes. If he want to do it, he can do it. If he don't want to, he don't want to. For example, today, it was a a TV in one of the command centers, like they call it the command center. So like I do IT. So one of the TVs was down for like the surveillance cameras or whatever. So I went to see why, right? You know, do basic troubleshooting, see if it's the HDMI cord or if it's the TV or if it's you know what I mean, computer. So they ran a new HDMI cord, and the HDMI cord had a short in it. So I'm like, all right, we gotta take TV down, do this or that. So they're like, well, I'm about to go to lunch, so we're going to do it when I finish. Like, all right, 'cause I was willing to let's just hurry up and it's going to take 2 minutes. Help me take this TV down. He's like, they didn't want to waste 2 minutes. They like, I'm going to lunch. You know what I mean? Now I couldn't be mad at them because I'm a contractor. They work for the state, so I don't know if he'll be able to, you know, get that back. You know, that extra 5 minutes that would have took to, you know, to do that. So it's like you can't really get upset with somebody when you say this is your allotted time for you, and then try to be upset because they didn't want to come back there and help. Like you could be salty about it. It would have been nice if he would have helped them out, but he didn't have to. You know what I mean? So
you know, you're right, and it's like I don't know. You understand? Oh, sorry. You understand where I'm coming from, because it's just you're responsible for yourself, and you're responsible for trying to help out your team or whatever.
Right.
And you want to get out of a place at a reasonable hour too, like you were saying. I don't want to be stuck behind having to clean up a bunch of stuff because now we're all behind.
Right, exactly. That's all I did. I'd be like, all right, let me help them out real quick because I don't want to come back to this shit when I'm finished eating. So, whatever. Right. Like, that's just what it is. But anyway, so back to the chick that took the brick allegedly took the brick to the face. So I saw this earlier today. I thought that's why you brought it up, so maybe not. But I saw this video earlier today. This girl kind of did a deep dive on Shorty. So check this out.
Let me see.
You should be sharing it to you.
Okay, I see it now.
All right, let's go.
Feminists are about to get really mad at me for this one. You guys remember this woman who was hit in the face with a brick? Even though it appears that she's having the same allergic reaction she was having in this video. I think this woman set this entire thing up as a hoax. In fact, actually, I know it was a hoax. Coincidentally, every few years she gets attacked in the face by a random stranger, fails to make a police report, but makes a GoFundMe and garners thousands of dollars. Here was her first one. And her second one in 2020 where she garnered $41,000. And here's the video she used to sucker people into that money.
You grew up and they mad because you trying to fucking...
I can't stand her fucking voice. At all. Her voice is a turn off.
Beat somebody, they mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They don't beat me up. I'm 30 years old, they gonna beat me up.
Interesting. So not once, not twice, but 3 times you got beat up by strangers, strange black men, didn't make a police report, but made a GoFundMe. And then conveniently, when the $41,000 is probably run out, now you're back at it again. Using black men as these monsters to your fucking scheme and using a very serious issue that's not taken seriously enough, which is violence against women, as some sort of like leverage to your hoax. It's absolutely sickening and disgusting. And you guys can question me all you want, but the people who were there, including the club managers, okay, all attested to the fact that this never happened. This woman was never hit in the face with a brick. The club that she was standing outside of, they have security footage 24/7. They released a statement saying that there was no incident with her getting hit in the face with a brick. The 2 guys that she filmed accusing them of not doing anything, they didn't see anything. In fact, they've come out saying that they were confused because there were police parked at the gas station right across the street. So if this woman did get hit in the face with a brick, why weren't the police there? Seems like a pretty disgusting coincidence to me, and I'm not the only one questioning it. Along with the internet, articles are now coming out. Would you look at that? Apparently, she's been arrested for doing this type of shit before. What women like her are doing are just validating people who want to downplay the severity of violence against women. She's just feeding their bias, saying, look, it's not that serious of an issue, women are lying. Now in the future, if a woman really does get violently assaulted for not giving somebody her phone number and she goes to the internet for help, is the internet gonna help her? Probably not. I'm gonna do a full deep dive into this woman and I'm gonna put it up on my YouTube because people need to be aware of these scams. The police should be aware and she should be held criminally accountable like she has been before. And to this disgusting mother, why don't you get an actual job? Do something with your life other than this.
For sure.
You walk around this world disrespecting men, hitting men, and then playing victim and painting them as perpetrators like you're just some fucking innocent woman who's getting smacked in the face by men who want your number? No, I think it's pretty clear to see actually nobody wants your number, and that's why you're pissed off. That's why you need to make up these false scenarios. That's why you need to put other women at risk for not being believed when they come forward. And you were willing to paint all of those black men as fucking cowards. And people like me fell for it. Shame on you. Shame on me. And you need to be investigated because what you're doing is fucking criminal. And people like me are making damn sure that you don't get away with it any longer. Stay tuned for a deep dive into this woman's grave because I'm about to lay her to rest. Thank you. Feminist.
So a possibility, Jay. A possibility.
She was a smart hoaxer. That's what she was. I did not see this video.
Yeah, I came across it today. I was like, oh damn.
They said Felix says she fell for BLM and Coney too. Yeah, she's definitely the crowd. So I'm gonna say this. I was thinking about this earlier today, right? Because I was telling my wife about the brick lady. I was like, did you see the brick lady? And she was like, no, what's the brick lady? And I was like, this woman claimed that she got hit by the brick. But the more I started talking about it, the more I was like, you know what? She didn't get hit by no brick. She probably has some kind of allergy that her face will light up if she eats too many onions. Or she gets stung by a bumblebee, you know, and she went looking for that, and that's what she did. Otherwise, she would have filed that police report. But I tell you why she did not file the police report. She's a smart hoaxer. Mm-hmm. You know what would have happened if she said this was a Trump supporter that did this to her, right? Yeah. There'd be marches in the street. Mm-hmm. There'd be Sean King. Oh, her GoFundMe page would have went through the roof.
Oh yeah.
But
she gotta stay low key.
But there would have been an investigation. But this time around, she was a smart hoaxer. She said, oh, you know what? I'll make the boogeyman a black man. And nobody's going to come looking. Nobody's going to come looking for the receipts. They're just going to be like, okay, accept it and keep pushing. Mm-hmm. And that's what she did. Because she knew if she sat there and said this was a white cis male that did it with a Trump hat on his head, the NFL would have come running, handing her money. There'd be people out marching and singing "We Shall Overcome," but it would have grew so big it would have blown up in her face and she'd be behind bars.
Right.
This way she collects her 30 grand, 40 grand, and she can sit down and be low key for a little bit, then pop back up later and milk this for all the viral attention that she wants, and still claim, yes, they did hit me with my brick. How you think my face was looking like this? And guess what? Her audience.
But you hear the guys. If you watch the video, of her saying that some guy hitting the brick, you hear the guys like, "What brick? What brick?"
See, her audience is simp males, the woman that we just saw, and the black feminist. Mm-hmm. I think that's her three components of her audience. They're the ones that ate it up. They're the ones that funded her nonsense. They're the ones sending her the CashApp for the 40,000 that she's got right now off of all this hoax. But we've seen plenty of hoaxes come and go. This was one of them, and people fell for it. No, she didn't get hit. She didn't get hit by no brick.
Yeah, and maybe that guy was all cat. Or maybe something happened. Maybe it wasn't a brick. Maybe some guy did smack the shit out of her or something. Maybe it wasn't a brick that swole her ass up. Maybe she did eat something that like some shellfish or something that fucked her up, and maybe some guy smacked the shit out of her that night too. And
there's conditions that some people have. If they rub something certain on their skin, their whole skin will swell up there. Right. A long time ago, I took this powdered thing called Topos, and my lip My bottom lip went came all the way out.
Jay had the Sambo lip.
Listen, I had that lip. My lip pooched all the way out. It was way out to there like that. They was like, "Oh, what the heck happened to you?" I was like, I took that little Topos thing that's supposed to it's supposed to dry up something, but I got it on my lip and it blew my lip all the way out.
Emmanuel said, Jesse. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say after a little while it went back to normal, but. I'm telling you, she found something that blows her face all the way out, and she took it.
That's exactly what happened. Emmanuel said Jesse Smollett walked so she could run. So let's say it like this, right? Let's put it like this. Maybe some guy smacked all living hell out of her, right? Or something happened to her. But like you said, she wanted to capitalize on it. But she couldn't capitalize on it because it was something minor. So she went home and took some shit she was allergic to and said somebody assaulted her. Then she went to the hospital for that shit. Or she just went to the hospital for that shit, got it treated as an allergy, but while she was sitting in the hospital and there was no doctor in there, she started doing her fucking cap, talking about, you know what I mean? And then the doctor come in and he gave her a fucking EpiPen and everything was all right with the world. Because look at what, salute the Lord Gobbledygook. If y'all ain't following his YouTube channel, yo, this dude is funny as hell. But he said, yeah, brick but no cuts. Yeah, because she ain't had no cut. Her head wasn't bleeding, nothing. Some guy smacks you with a brick. First off, you conscious? You know what I mean? You know, like, he ain't break your jaw. You ain't got no cuts or nothing. That's a good point. That's a really good point. A really good point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's not forget she was on a ski mask earlier that night. So she had on a ski mask that night too? Damn. Fucking. That's dang. She do need to be up for a grifty. Damn, she grifted motherfuckers out of some money, so I'll tell you that much.
She ran a smart hoax. She knew her audience. Did you see the elements of Instagram, Twitter, and other social media that were falling for it?
Yeah.
And they were like, "See, this is why all black men are trash. This is whoop whoop whoop." I was like, "Oh my gosh, you people are crazy."
I almost fell for that shit, bro. Like, cause somebody had sent it to me, and I just watched like, damn, that's fucked up. Then I was like, wonder what the fuck she said.
Nah, nothing happened to her. Right. She did that to herself, especially since they're saying that she has videos from like 2015, 2018, 2020 of the same thing with her saying the same exact lines from her script. She's just perfecting her performance. And in 2023, they needed this. They needed it real bad.
Red said, brick would have to be perfectly flat to do just that. Fuck no. Nigga swinging a brick like a fucking major league pitcher. Should have bust her shit clean the fuck over. She said stitches and some more shit.
Usually you get hit with a brick, you bleeding everywhere.
I think she cracked slick and the nigga might have like pushed her to the ground or smacked her back or some shit.
Nah, they didn't happen. I think that they're used to her.
Right, but I think something happened. But something's minor. Like she might have smacked the nigga in the face and he fucking smacked her ass back. And then she was tripping.
May that man stand up because he needs a GoFundMe too for doing the right thing, and I'm willing to donate to his Cash App too.
And then she fucking went home and capitalized on it. She ate a fucking Scotch bonnet pepper. she ate Scotch bonnet peppers, and then her ass swole up, and she went to the hospital to get an EpiPen. And while she was waiting in the doctor's office, she did her little video, and she garnered all of that money.
The only thing she got hit with was viral attention.
I know, right?
That's it. God, that's all that she got hit with. Ain't nobody touched that woman.
She a trip. She just wanted attention. And the sad part is she pretty, but she hot. She fucking crazy as all get out. Anyway, let's get on to this story. We're gonna get into this one last story I wanted to talk about, and then we're gonna head on over to Rumble for an exclusive. We're gonna run back the war games. I was gonna do Zeitgeist, but that shit is 2.5 hours long. I was like, yeah, we got to wait on that one. So we're gonna run back Corporate Report War Games on Rumble.
Okay. On the Rumble.
Yeah, on Rumble. Sure. Right. But before we do that, check this out. I think I can do it right here, actually. Yeah. So let me see. Let's do this. There we go. Sound of Freedom screening canceled at U.S. Southern Command headquarters. I don't know what it is, Jay, about this movie that's got everybody fucking shook. That they want, like, Netflix won't let it come on their streaming service, right? Because it's been out for a while. You know, most streaming services will let you, you know, they'll put it up for like rent or some shit like that, right? Netflix ain't got it up there. Amazon ain't got it up there. HBO Max ain't got it up there. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen it on anything. Like, they trying to memory hold this movie. And now you got the U.S. Southern Command headquarters. It's like, it's you know how, like, when people guilty of doing some shit, they don't want to be reminded of the shit that they did. So they kind of try to kill that shit or get rid of it. That's what it seemed like with this movie. It feel like some of the powers that be, some of these elites and some of these other people, they don't want to be reminded of the shit they be doing. So they trying to like kill this movie. I mean, it's too late. The shit was already in the theaters and garnered so much money, but they don't want this shit still circulating out there. You know what I mean? I think Rumble should do some kind of pay thing and like let people be able to rent it, like, because you can rent movies on YouTube, right? So Rumble should do some shit like that where you can rent movies on here, or do what like Alex Jones and Gothics and all those did, use locals, right? Like they did with 2000 Mules or whatever. Use locals. You pay locals and then you can access the movie on Rumble. That's what they should do. But this shit is crazy, bro. That, you know, this, and it's a great movie. I went and watched it. You know, but the fact is, I don't understand. I don't understand why they don't want this movie out. The only thing I can think of is that people that be out here doing that dirt, who really be doing this shit, like either partaking in these children or a part of the trafficking, they don't want to be reminded of the shit they do every day.
Right, and that was a culturally significant event in our time to see this movie, Sound of Freedom. It sent a call to action for a lot of people to pay attention that this is going on, that this is a serious issue. And that's part of the problem, I believe, and I've been saying I believe is why they keep removing portions of the wall and telling people to bring kids through. I think they're shell gaming these kids out here, the same little kids that you see in that movie. I think that they're pushing them through to get them to the right islands and stuff like that. And it's sick, but I think that's what the elites are up to. And that brings attention to it, so that if there's watchdog groups out there, other people out there, they can be like, we need funding to go there. No, the elite want funding to go to their money laundering scams and schemes. They want $6 billion to go to Iran and $3 billion to go to Ukraine.
Facts.
They don't want to fund finding these kids. They don't want to fund stuff where we're going to be able to shut down those parts of the internet and those parts of the dark web. They don't want that.
I agree. I think that's exactly what it is. But I mean, I think everybody needs to see this. And the thing is like, how do you do it without, you know, taking away from the filmmaker? You know what I mean? Without bootlegging it. I just want to see if this worked real quick.
Oh yeah, how they get
everybody
there.
needs to see it.
Maybe that's part of the marketing for the film.
Yeah.
That it's banned and you can't see it. That's another part of it too. Yeah. You're right.
Let's see if this works.
I feel like that is a part of the aspect of the the attention for the film. The same that you saw maybe with the Passion of the Christ, was a lot of people were told this, don't go see it because it's banned or whatever, and that becomes part of the thrill for people to go and check it out.
Right.
But it's got an important message, nonetheless, and that's a true story.
Yeah. I mean, I still think everybody, if you can find the movie, go see it. It's not in the theaters anymore, and that's the thing. A lot of people didn't go see it in the theaters, and I think that's what they want. They want this shit to go away quietly, and it's not. It's not. I hope it doesn't, at least.
Yeah, you're right. What you pulling up right now?
I'm gonna do a little calling for a minute. I want to know where people was during 9/11.
So I know I sent you the text. So guess how many teams winning football games off of gematria that I got for week 1 correct? Guess how many teams I got?
You got every last one of them.
Nah, I got 13 teams right and only 2 wrong.
Really?
I picked the Lions. I picked the Jets. The Jets were going to win it tonight. I was right about that. I'm going to pull up next week too. We'll see how well I do. So for next week, I'm going to get a hold of Cannon because I'm going to tell him who the winners are going to be. CashApp Cannon. Be like, yo, Cannon, help me out. I'm picking every single team correctly using gematria. I need to know what's good.
I got you.
The Jets broke down to 11 on the 11th. That's their gematria breakdown. And the Bills break down to 12, meaning they would have been better playing tomorrow. But the Jets' night would be tonight. And go over here and pull it up on the thingy. I think it's saying that the Jets have won.
Oh, all right.
With the 22. Oh, my goodness. You know what? This is insane. Guess what? It's 22 years from 9/11. They did this on purpose.
Take it over.
Y'all
Jay,
can't tell me any different.
Take it over.
Huh?
Real quick. I said take it over real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead.
Tell them what's up.
Oof. Man, it gives me chills. It gives me chills. It's 22 years since 9/11, and they take jets, and you guys know what, oh my goodness, you know the airplane significance of hitting New York, right? Final overtime, 1-6. You flip that to 9-1, and you look at the Bills now have a loss. That's 9-1-1. And then you look at the Jets, and they've got this one win with a 22 score. Their gematria of the Jets, like I said, equals out to, what was it? I got it over here on the side. I just told you guys, it equals out to 11 on September 11. Oof, that is crazy. 22-year anniversary. How can you tell me that this is not synchronized? Either these games are being rigged, or the universe synchronizes all this up that it has to happen that way. You tell me which one. It's the 22nd year, isn't it? Let me look this up. 22 years ago. Here we go. The articles say bells toll as the U.S. marks its 22 years since that date in September. From ground zero to Alaska. Only reason that they're bringing up Alaska is because old Joe Nicholslick went over there. And, man, this is crazy. I just cannot believe that the score would be 22 from the Jets.
That's crazy.
The symbolism, and it breaks down to an 11 on a 9/11. What's going on?
22 years.
Are these games? Are they? Is this rigged? Is this rigged?
People been saying
is
the NFL was
rigged?
WWE before.
Or is this let me see what the chat says. Or is this how the universe just works? The universe just works like this. You just happen to have 22 years. What have they been saying? I just told you guys what we were talking about the last stream we did. I said 22. How many times did I say it?
Mm-hmm.
I said over and over again, watch for the number 22, didn't I?
Yep.
I said it. And here we are on the 22nd, 22 years. Enrique got his 22 years locked up. The Jets scored 22 on 9/11 on the 22 years with the... Get the heck out of here, man. You ain't telling me that these games aren't rigged.
Yo, they've been saying it was the WWE.
You're going to sit there and say this is all just... Oh, it's all a coincidence, Jay. It's all just a coincidence. It's just numbers at a dartboard. That's all it is. Just happens at random. The heck out of here with this nonsense, man. Y'all gotta wake up.
Jay Pylon Ben told you. Didn't go off. Jay Pylon Ben told you. Oh man. But yeah, that's crazy. 22 points on the 22nd anniversary of 9/11.
And I had it too. I had the Jets winning tonight. The New York Jets, as in the Jets will hit the buildings.
Teams.
This is crazy. That's even what the lady said. Jets, steel, beams, and all that stuff that she was saying from their little book of words to remember.
Bruh. You know how it is. Everything's symbolism. Everything is something, man. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, let me know what you got for next week, Jay. Let's get a little come up jumping.
Man, I got it. I hope. Because this week I went off. 13 games correct, only 2 wrong. And the 2 wrong that I messed up on was the Bears, because they equal out to 5. But Jordan Love equals out to 10, and it was on September 10th that all those games were running. So I was supposed to pick the Packers. So that's what that was about.
Emmanuel said he was evacuated from 9th grade English class on 9/11.
Where the heck was your English class at?
I was evacuated from 10th grade English. Oh no, 11th grade English class on 9/11.
Y'all was getting evacuated?
Well, no, I evacuated myself. I called myself. We get into that. So I'm about to put the number up on the thing. Boom. There y'all go. Feel free to call in. 443-272-5667. Where were you during 9/11? I want to know. So while I'm waiting for y'all to call in, I was in 11th grade English class, and we weren't doing shit. I think we had just got in there, and it was like the second period, and my homeboy Jesse, he played football with us. He was like an all-American lineman. All I hear is him, "We gonna die." He just yelling this all the way down the hallway back. "We gonna die." So I go in the hallway. I'm looking like, "Yo, what is you doing?" He was like, uh-oh.
Yo, Ken, what's going on? This is J.R. Bell in the building.
What's going on? I gotta figure out why I won't let me have Jay on here too. That's all good. We'll get Jay back on here. But what's going on, JR? Where was you at?
Man, college student in Tampa, just looking at the thing in reference to, the first plane being hit and then the second plane hit, and then it was like, just in shock, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being in shock and like, didn't really know what was going down until like all the news joints was hitting. So it was just a crazy moment then.
Yeah, it was. I feel you. So like I was saying with the story, I was like, so my homeboy Jesse running down the hallway telling me we going to die. So then he was like, "Yo, turn the TV on." And I'm like, I looked at the teacher. She just kind of like shrugged. I went over there, turned the TV on, see what the fuck you're talking about. Then I see they showing a recap of the first plane hitting the building. I'm looking. I thought it was a movie because it didn't hit me until the second plane hit. Because the second plane hit right after that. After they kept saying that, I was like, "Oh shit, it's real." So next thing you know, everybody break out, taking their phones out. So I had a Nextel. So Nextel chirp was working, but everybody else shit wasn't. Like the phone parts weren't, but the Nextels was rocking. So I hit my sister on the Nextel, said meet me in the lobby. After I did that, my father hit us on the Nextel, like, y'all get home right now. So I'm running down to the lobby, and then my sister coming. I'm like, yo, hurry up. So then the principal, he started to tell me to put my phone away, but I guess given the circumstances, he like, just go ahead. And my sister met me in the lobby. We jumped in the car and hauled ass. But we didn't even want to go home, right? Because it's like, oh shit, did the World Trade Center. So in my mind, I'm like, are they hitting like government buildings? Because where my father's house is, there's a federal government building at the end of the fucking block. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to go home. But then at our school, the school we went to, Social Security headquarters is the next block over.
Oh man!
So we was like, well, and like parents was pulling up on the grass. Me and my sister got in the car and hauled ass. So we was like, fuck it, we might as well just go home. So, cause my father said go home, so we just went home. We had nowhere else to go. I guess in retrospect, we probably could have went to my mother's house. She was far enough from shit that we could have went to her house, but we just went home. And then like all of my friends met me at my house, and everybody was at my house. Like, yo, this is crazy. Until my father came home and said, all y'all niggas getting drafted.
Oh no!
My father said, we at war, all y'all niggas getting drafted. And my friends like, yo, your father crazy. We going to Bennigan's. So we all went down to Bennigan's, and then our football coaches, they were down there drinking and chilling and laughing when everybody say, "Yo, Brandon Favre crazy as shit." He talking about we all gotta get drafted.
He's sitting on your lawn.
Yeah. I was like, nah, I ain't going, goddamn it. I laughed so hard, and that shit. I waited to the very last moment. I waited till they sent me a letter said, "Nigga, we gonna come pick you up and take you to jail if you don't fill out the selective service shit." That's when I filled that shit out. Cause all that was in my mind was his ass talking about you going to jail. Like, oh god damn.
And it was like, ain't no way I'm going out there.
No, fuck that. Well, I will let some other people get in, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Call in. Let me know where y'all was at doing 9/11. Let me text Jay. Let him know that. Hold tight. What's up?
Yo, peace. It's Holden. What's up, y'all?
What's up,
yo? Hey, I got one thing for Jay. Actually, I got a couple of things for Jay. All right, another thing that synced up with the 22, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so Aaron Rodgers went down early in the game with a bogus injury, right?
Yeah.
So they carted him off. The X-ray came back negative. But who comes in for him? Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, who has the same birthday as Tom Brady. He was only born 22 years behind Tom Brady. Who Tom Brady, his whole career was manufactured off of the 9/11 patriotic programming.
Yeah, and didn't Tom Brady came in because Drew Bledsoe went down, didn't he?
Yeah, so Drew Bledsoe went down with a leg injury, and then Tom Brady comes in and creates his career off of Drew Bledsoe.
I remember that. 'Cause I think I was at that game because I think it was against the Ravens. But yeah,
right.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah,
I just brought that up yesterday.
That's then also, crazy. There's another point out there with the 33 that Jay may have missed because I don't think he watched the game, but I was kind of peeping it out with Damar Hamlin and his whole 33 programmer with Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. So it was third quarter with 33 seconds on the clock, and then they showed Damar Hamlin brings his story up. And I was like, yeah, they're really pushing this program. I was like, I don't think anything ever happened to this dude.
I'm still skeptical on it. I'm still skeptical on it.
Yeah. So, as far as like where I was on 9/11 that day, you and I were the same age. So pretty much I was in this, I think it was an English class, and I noticed a woman came out, she was just bawling her eyes out. She was like, 2 planes had just hit the World Trade Center. And I just like, me being in the know even back then at a young age, I was like, oh snap, so it begins. This is how it all starts.
Oh gosh. Goodness gracious.
And that was like the longest bus ride home ever, yo.
Jeez. But yeah, but it was a crazy day.
I'm gonna check ahead and do your thing. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy day.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call.
All right, peace.
All right. Whoever just call back in. That shit, that day was crazy. I remember watching that stuff on the news. I got home. Me and my sister went to the basement just in case some shit broke off. But it was crazy. That shit was nuts. Here we go.
What is up, CannonHotep? Let me move my TV real quick. How you doing, man? This is Rez.
What's up, Rez?
Just chilling, man. In the night. But yeah, calling in about the what I was doing on 9/11 when all that happened. So, dude, I was off of a big old binge, dude. I was a bad kid at 19. And so my mom comes in and she said, a plane just hit the World Trade Center. And I'm like, what? Where? Here in Texas? And she was like, no, in New York. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just went back to sleep. So, yeah, man. A couple hours later, I woke up and I saw the news and I was like, holy shit, that wasn't a dream. Oh, my God. Wow. And then I started thinking about what your dad was talking about. Like, well, that's it.
Yeah, my father
they're
had
here.
All of us shook.
But yeah, man, I remember my dad telling me, you know, he's like, if the first plane hit and everybody was like, what the hell? Like what could have happened? They got so much technology on those planes, you know?
Yeah.
And then the second one hit, he even called it first, like live time. The second one hit and he was like, dude, why was it centered on the screen? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I remember, bro. I remember being a deadbeat at home, waking up all groggy, thinking, oh, no, not America. Can't attack us, you know?
Right. Right, exactly. Like, and that's crazy because one of my homeboys, he went to college on the GI Bill, so he was in the Navy, and I think he wasn't in college but a semester, and then he got called. He got called up.
Yep.
And I know he went over. I was like, damn.
Yeah, one of my boys signed up at 17, you know, trying to get all of his money straight, you know, right away. And yeah, sure enough, he was one of the first out there.
Yeah.
It's like, he was like, man, it's not like what you see on the movies. Everybody's like razzing each other on the plane over.
Right.
He's like, no, dude, it's dead silent. Everybody just staring at the ground, just waiting to fucking go to war. Holy shit.
My best friend tell a story, man, where he said that he remember having to walk a dude down with the chain gun.
Yeah, man.
You know,
it's no joke, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
no video game.
No, that's from what I heard. It wasn't no video game at all. It's crazy. You know, then you had all these movies coming out, like The Green Zone and all this other stuff. I'm serious. Like, I think I had somebody came from the Navy to give me like an aptitude test, and I think I purposefully just fucking failed it. So they didn't ask me to
Nope, you don't want my ass on the ship. Yeah.
I was like 18. I was like, shit, I'm not going. That shit was crazy. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Oh yeah, good talking with you, brother. You take care, man. Stay up.
All right, you do the same.
All right, rock and roll, man. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks.
There we go. All right. Yeah, like I said, you see the number on the screen. Feel free to call in. Actually, you know, I'm going to change the number. I got another number that I can use. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. All right, new number. I'm about to call Jay back. New number on the screen. Call that number on the screen if you want to give your where you were on that day in September. See if it pop back up. What's going on here? Oh, Skype acting crazy. Let's see. There we go. It's gonna come up now. Hold on, let me tell Jay to call in. I don't know why my Skype acting a fool now. Hey Jay, if you listening, call back in, bro. There we go. Yeah. See. Oh, now everything want to act right. So let's do this. All right, let's do this again. Now Skype acting a fool. Hold tight, guys. Yeah, hold on. Let's do that. There we go. All that system admin shit come in handy sometimes. Boom, here we go. There we go. I don't know what the hell happened, Jay. There we go. You back, though. Oh, my goodness gracious. There we go,
What's
guys.
good?
The number's still up. Damn it.
You got a different number up.
Yeah, that number. At least I can control it. Hold on, make sure that this shit ain't on either though. That's good. Make sure. Is this shit on too?
I could only hear part of that question that was being asked because I had to flip over to write in the chat. What's the questions you had for me? To the caller and to the people in the chats that was asking me something.
Oh, they were saying about because Aaron Rodgers went down, and then they brought in
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I forgot the name. And I think he what was it? He had like 3 interceptions or some shit. But he's saying it was like he has the same birthday as Tom Brady, but he's 22 years apart.
Dang.
And I made the thing where, because Tom Brady, the reason why he got his start was because Drew Bledsoe went down, and then Tom Brady came in. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to set someone up to be the next to carry on the legacy.
Right. Oh, this shouldn't be one. All right, no, that's off. Okay. All right, well, like I said, if you guys want to call in and say where you were at during that day in September, feel free to call in 410-870-9587. That's 410-870-9587. We can love to hear your story. Yeah. Zach Wilson, thanks. Zach Wilson was born 22 years after Brady. That's crazy.
You know what's wild?
What's that?
We can get more into it when we go over to Rumble or whatever, but I was gonna talk though, Jill Biden. 6 days ago, they claimed that she had the stupid, right?
Yes, they did.
But during that whole period, they never showed her masked up or anything, or in isolation. She was always around people that whole time that they showed her.
Yep.
So I was wondering if maybe they thought that they were going to send her off to do something else and they needed an excuse. Because when she came to the memorial, she was just fine and dandy. How did she get over it that fast?
It's just like
she didn't have her mask on. She didn't look sickly or anything.
It's just like Whoopi, where she had her mask going inside her house by herself because she supposedly has COVID when they were doing The View.
They got something fishy going on with that because they didn't make any sense why she was just showing up everywhere without. And remember back in the day, those two jokers were masked up everywhere they went.
Mm-hmm.
And Donnie T was making a comment about it and stuff like that. And here she's at these memorials and all this other stuff, just free bird, you know. I'm wondering why.
Cause they slow rolling this shit out, bro. They slow rolling this shit out. Oh man, that was something I wanted to say. But anyway, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it on over to Rumble. We're gonna take it over to Rumble. We got 30 over on Rumble. We got 16 over here on YouTube. We're gonna jump right into the war games, 9/11 war games from the Corbett Report. We're gonna replay that because a lot of people don't know about that documentary. A lot of people don't know what really went down that day. You know what I mean? So who would we be not to educate you guys on what really happened on the day, that fateful day? So anyway, let's get to it. This is the end for YouTube. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. Please share this stream. But until next time, YouTube, it's Cannon saying be safe, stay strapped, don't miss. And before I go, let me do what I always do because I almost forgot. It's also in the link to Rumble is also in the description. The link to Rumble is also in the description, but it's also in the chat as well. Hit that link, and I'll see you guys over on Rumble. We holla at you.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.